Welcome to the Finding Happiness podcast, where we talk about business, marketing, and personal growth. I'm your host, Bobby, and I'm on a mission to become the best version of myself. And along the way, I like to bring entrepreneurs, like minded individuals to come and share their story. Today, we have a special guest, Mr. Mike Babakhanyan, who is out from Glendale, California, Granada Hills, California. He's going to share his story, give us some insights on how you can become a homeowner, how you can sell your home, and how you can be inspired. And he's actually going to talk a little bit about family, what's going on in the business, and his life. So I'm going to give you guys a quick introduction. Mike Babakhanyan is a real estate broker, entrepreneur, family man, and overall leader in his life. So that's why I'm bringing him here today to share and inspire you guys to start your journey. All right, so that was a
Wow, that's a mouthful.
mouthful. I'm like, dude, like my mouth is dry. Okay, so now all that's done, we can actually talk. Mike,
Right. What's up, dude?
how was the drive?
Not bad. Took
Not
me
bad.
about 45, 50 minutes to get here.
That's not bad. Everybody's driving back down. That's
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic going back, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, so to be honest, the reason why we brought you here is to get content.
Okay.
To get content for you, for us, because that's what we're doing. That's kind of the name of the game.
Content
right now.
creators nowadays, right?
Yeah.
I
It's
hear
like you start a business, you're like, okay, I have to be a content creator now because it's the new way of marketing.
you. True, true.
How are you adjusting to getting in front of the camera consistently? I mean,
Okay.
you've done this before. I've seen past videos, but how are you doing stepping up weekly, consistently, judging yourself? How do you feel?
It's a process, and I feel like we're getting better at it. We've been doing this consistently since, January?
Yeah.
So it's going on 8 months, so I'm very proud of that. Every week, we just try to grow, just 1% better each week. It's a process.
Now, do you see a huge growth from when you started to now? Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Not just myself, my team members too.
Yeah.
From
that-
Martin, Jack, John, Garden, all of them. So they've all improved.
What was something that scared you or was nervous prior to showing up and starting video? Like prior to that first
Okay.
meetup where we're going to start filming, what were you thinking? What was the fear?
Good question. I would say, would I have enough information to provide value to the viewers? That was
Okay.
my hiccup. What am I going to say? But then once you start working on it, just ideas pop up and then you just go with the flow.
There you go. Most of the time, you guys already have the answers in here.
True.
You just got to be able to pull it out and in a simplified, I guess, message so that the person can understand. But
Absolutely.
now, going forward, like up to now, you got confidence when you get in front of the camera?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at the camera. I've been getting a lot of compliments from family, friends, clients, and the team as well. They're getting better. They're getting more confident in their skill level. So I think we're doing good. You tell me.
Right?
Comment below.
Yeah. Let them know. Let them know. I mean,
But again, it's a progress. No one's perfect. So
and especially like you said in the beginning, you're worrying about not showing up, but showing up and saying the right thing.
True.
Is this enough for the person to understand? Will it even help them, or am I just showing up? So what the question is, why are you making content? Why are you creating video? Not just you, but the entire team.
okay. So things have changed. Times have changed. So you got to adapt. You got to innovate. And I feel like nowadays it's all about content. It's all about the value you bring to the viewers, your tribe. I'm trying to target my circle. Okay. And as I approach other people that are not in my circle, great. I make a connection. Now they're part of my circle. So I feel like nowadays you got to do content. It's just a new way of marketing.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so the people around you, how do they feel about you making content? So whether it's your family or your sphere, the people online that follow you, are you getting any feedback, or is it negative? Is it positive? What do you?
No, I
hearing?
think overall we're getting a lot of positive feedback because it's different content. And let me explain what I mean by that. In our local area, no one was shooting content the way we started doing. That's a fact. A lot of other agents and brokers out there, none of them were shooting the same quality work that we were doing, but also providing value. Social media, it's all about me, right?
Yes.
Look at my car, look at my house, look at my body. That's what everyone was used to. we wanted to be different. As a team, we wanted to stand out in a sense. What are we going to do that's going to be different? And we just started shooting educational content. What does it take to buy a home? If you're thinking about buying, let's say 2 years from now, it doesn't matter for us. We want to give you as much nuggets, as much value as possible that you feel comfortable when the time is right. You make that decision. Whether you work with us or not, it's irrelevant. You got to feel confident in yourself. So we wanted to be different. So by doing these educational videos, I feel like we stood out. I've received multiple DMs where like, hey, we're enjoying your content. Keep it going. It's different. It's not about you. You're not showing off. So we enjoyed. Keep it going. So that makes us feel proud.
And there you go, because now it doesn't feel weird when you show up and you know you're providing content for the person.
Exactly.
And that piece of 30, 60-second video, whatever it is, can help them solve a problem. Then there's no point to not want to show up. But I get it. When it's me, well, what if I don't like the way it looks, so you won't post it? So then that gets in between.
Here's the thing. Certain agents, that works for them. And congratulations, that's good. That works for you because you're attracting certain clientele that works for you. I'm not that person. That's not my nature, right? So I can't just show off who I am. That's just not who I am. So I wanted to, in return, do something different. It's about what can I give you? What kind of information what kind of value can I transfer to you? Absolutely. And you make the decision if you want to work with me or not.
Because, again, they're not hiring you because you're a real estate agent. They're hiring you because either they think you're the best or you're the best for them.
Exactly. The best
and that's
for
what
them.
I'm learning from you guys and from being around at the team is how that's something I told you in the beginning, the family part, from your client appreciation to both of them when they came to the office to the actual park one. Everybody there, and most of the people were not related. Like, because I've been to these places and a lot of agents will have a bunch of their actual family. No, these were actual clients that
we had like 10 maybe at most family members. The rest were all past clients.
They were part of the business too. So like
they're our tribe. They're our tribe.
So having all those people there showed that you do take care of your clients, that it isn't me, especially from their last listing. I remember meeting that seller at the office party. And I remember asking her just, how did you meet them? Oh, actually, it was like 6 to 8 years ago. Prior, it was like information and stuff like that.
She responded to a postcard like 8 years ago. So I've been in touch with her for 8 years.
So tell me a little bit about that story, because it wasn't until recently, I mean, fortunately the situation, but that's from 6 to 8 years, it took that long to.
So our business model is not about today. It's always about providing value that whenever you're comfortable, you think of us. Top of mind, basically, right? So this specific seller, Lucia, great person, she responded to a postcard that we had mailed out in our area 7-8 years ago. So throughout the years, I touched base with her, gave her some valuable information about the property, what's going on in the neighborhood. Overall, I never pressured her. I was just constantly giving her value. So when the time came for her to sell the property, she goes, Mike, I'm not calling no one else. She just hired us on the spot.
Now, is this something you hold dearly in Martin and Mike Properties, and you make sure that everybody does the same thing, making sure like, okay, cool, if they're not ready to buy the home, make sure you put them in the database or you nurture them.
That's actually one of our strengths, because we have our own CRM, right? So everyone that we talk to, they all go into our database, basically. However, the key is, do you follow up with your database? Most agents till this day surprise me that they don't even have a database. Let's start off from there, right? But the key is constantly just touch base. Give them something of value. See how they're doing. It's not just about real estate. Call them and see how's their family doing. Invite them to an event. Just build rapport. That's where the relationships are created.
Why do you think agents don't do that? Because I can tell you how many times I've run into agents who don't even follow, or their clients aren't. They're one client that they just closed on, and it would be like the same age level, same demographic, but it seems like there's no real rapport there because they're not tagging each other. They're not like, thank you for helping me, maybe on the video or the picture, but not on their own free will on the comments. So why do you think that is?
Most agents, again, I'm not putting anyone down, but most agents, after the sale, it's like the homeowner, the client will never hear from them, 80% of the time. Okay. So for us, 85% of our business is referrals.
Okay.
To get to 85%, and we started at 37% when Martin and I teamed up as a team. From 37 to get to 85 in 12 years, it's a progress. So we tweak things, we made things better, and it's all about just constantly being in touch, top of mind.
Okay. So how can, for the ones that aren't doing that, what is something that, how can they start or implement just so that they
Have a
take care
CRM.
of
It's
their,
a basic thing. There's
Okay.
so many different CRMs out there. Have a CRM.
so start off with the CRM.
Upload your database in your CRM.
Okay.
And then put follow-up in the calendar. I'm going to touch base with this person in 3 months. You get a reminder. Oh, let me call this person.
Because at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is take care of your client,
course.
your client. Okay.
I like to call it our tribe.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to take care of your tribe. So,
Exactly.
okay. So prior to that, as I was saying, it's cool to be able to see you guys stay in contact with your clients, whether
Right.
they're past or future clients.
Exactly.
So going forward, we do that now using social media. We try to stay on, like you mentioned, stay on top of mind, constantly educating them so that sometimes if they happen to see a video, it might spark an interest and be like, hey, Mike, can you help me out with this? Rather than an email. Okay, so we have the social media part. What are some other ways that Martin and Mike Properties market or help, their clients or
Okay.
the market?
So our database, basically every single month for the last 12 years or so, will receive 2 mailers. I know they look at it, they toss it, and I'm okay with that because they see my face, they toss it. They see my face, they toss it. Again, top of mind. They'll get 4 emails consistently every single month. Mandatory quarterly phone call just to check in how they're doing, and our client appreciation events. So we have our summer picnic. You saw it. You were there. We have our movie day during end of the year. We rent out an entire movie theater. Over 200 people will attend. Popcorn, drinks are on us. Movie tickets on us. It's just a way of saying thank you for your support. So our clients, our tribe knows that we're not there just for the business. We care about the relationship.
There you go.
We care about the friendship. And there's so many clients, they started off as clients and we became friends throughout the years. It's because we were constantly being in touch with them.
So that right there, that's fire. And I think that's the key. And it goes back to something Sam and I were talking about a little bit on the success. Sometimes, reason why we don't follow up is because we might be afraid of, oh, man,
You know why you don't follow up? Because you haven't touched base with them for 2 years. You're afraid to pick up the phone call.
See, that's what it is. They're gonna be like, damn, they already know I'm full of shit. So they're going to be like.
But it's okay. Start from someplace.
Yeah,
Even if you haven't touched your base with your database for 3 years, call them like, hey, I owe you an apology. I haven't touched base with you in 3 years. How's the family doing? Then you just restart the relationship.
And then boom.
And then from there, you
Okay.
got to be consistent, though. Don't drop the ball again. That's
Because
key.
they're like, dude, what are you doing? You keep
Yeah.
coming back around when
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
a slow month. And I'm like, what are you doing? But again, that's also a reason why I feel like everyone should be, that is an entrepreneur, whether you're an agent, it doesn't matter. Have them follow you on Instagram or get them on some sort of social platform so that you're always on top of mind for them. Like if you're giving them content, but if it's like me, then
Yeah,
they're
they'll get turned off.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why some agents don't want you to follow them because they're going to see a different side that maybe the reason why you wouldn't work with them. Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, you can't please everybody.
No.
That's the way I see it. And I just want to go after the people that care about us, that we have a relationship with them. That's it. I can't please everybody.
That's fire.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. And as you shouldn't have to please, and you shouldn't be working with everybody just because.
Certain clients are not a good fit for us. XYZ agent's better for you. Go for it.
There you go. Or we'll send you down to one of our agents. Yeah, we're like, don't worry, John will take care of you. Oh, you're a little angry? Oh, we'll send you to Jack.
That's it.
Okay, so I have a couple questions on here I want to
for it.
go over. I definitely want to make sure.
Go for it.
Let me see here. All right. So I want to kind of stick a little bit for real estate before we go into the personal life. What are some common buyer concerns? So what are the reasons why, or let me reframe that real quick.
Okay.
What are some problems that buyers are currently facing today?
Well, today, naturally, it's the lack of inventory. So they're in a bidding war. And at the end of the day, they just want that one house, but there's 10 other buyers looking for the same house. So it's a competition, fierce competition.
How do they overcome that, or what is a way around that, or?
Well, there's a strategy behind that, but again, it's not just, The offer price, it's the terms. More importantly, it's the agent you work with. Do they have a relationship with the seller's agent? You'll be surprised how many times we were able to put a deal together based on our reputation in town with the other agent.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
key.
Okay. And now, what is the secret to a fast sale of a property? You already heard it before. Everybody wants.
Watch our video content.
Right. Make sure you do follow them. We'll have that plug at the
Yeah.
end because all these
do.
answers are there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so someone's because it feels like that is the most. How do you sell it fast? How do you sell? I just want it fast. Okay, so if someone said, "How would you sell my house fast?"
Well, I would say, let me add to that. It's not just the fast part. Anyone can sell it fast, but what is the final price? You want to make sure you get the highest price as a home seller, right? So I could sell your house in 24 hours. I could take it to one of my investors to pay cash, and they'll, offer 20-25% below market value. So yeah, is that fast? Absolutely. But is that the best thing for you? No.
so it starts off with
So it's not just the fast part. It's also the end result. How do you squeeze every penny out of the house?
go. You see that? So next time you want something fast, make sure it's the price you want and start from there. Okay, that's fire. Okay. Sam and I were talking about this one because he just recently went to a house and it was kind of, what is one thing a homeowner can do that can raise value of their home before selling it? Like just one thing.
First thing that pops in my mind is declutter.
Okay.
The more spacious your house looks, the more comfortable a buyer will be. Imagine walking into a living room. There's bulky items left and right. It's gonna make the room look smaller, right? So subconsciously, you're gonna think this house is too small for me, but it might be the perfect size. So declutter, I'll say by far is one of the most important things.
And that is because and it goes back to, you might sell the house fast because I do see them, but they're also cheaper they're listed for less than every other house in that comparable because of the way it looks or it's presented.
And a lot of things the homeowners forget is the buyer doesn't want to see you living in the property. You feel me? The buyer wants to visualize themselves in that property. So I tell my sellers, take down your personal pictures. Yes, let's create this comfortable zone where when the buyer walks in, they fall in love with the property, but they don't want to walk in and just see your pictures everywhere, your bowling trophies everywhere. You know what I mean? It's not about you, it's about them.
Little big head babies.
You know what I mean? So let them visualize themselves, their family living in that property.
That's cool. Okay. So there you go, Sam. You can be like, hey, you guys ever thought of like taking all these pictures of Uncle Edward down and stuff? Yeah. Okay, so then let me see. We could skip loans because, I got a ton of questions here, you guys. I'm
Give
just
me the
trying
hard
to get
questions.
the.
Let the viewers know who I am.
Yes, there we go. And that's pretty much, honestly, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're trying to get your expertise so we don't have to really think about it. All right, so how long does it typically take for a homeowner to sell their home? What's a time frame?
Our time frame or in general the market?
I would say the general market, and then if yours is different, then let us know.
Well, the market depends. Are you in a seller's market, in a buyer's market? Because I've been doing
now.
This. Yeah. So today, on average, if you're priced correctly, within max 2 weeks, you should be in escrow.
Okay. So about 2 weeks.
In today's market.
Correct. But there's
varies.
Steps. It varies because I think I went to a property. It's been on the market 45 days. Now, what's the difference between a house that sits on a market?
So either the price is wrong, either they overpriced it, and a lot of home sellers want to leave room to negotiate, but that always backfires. So either they price it incorrectly, either their agent is not responsive, okay, or the condition of the property. It's not appealing to the buyer, which kind of reflects the price.
I was going to say it reflects the price. You would assume it'd be less, but who calls the shots when it comes down to the price?
So as a professional, I always give my recommendation to my clients. I show them the facts of overall the market. However, they're the final decision maker. And as a team, we decide what's best.
Have you ever gotten to the point where I guess more maybe because now you've already built all the relationship. It's
Okay.
different now. But when you were first starting in the beginning, did you ever have any appointments to where like, no, this is what we want, and this is where you had to make a decision? But like, you know what, I don't feel comfortable. You should probably go with someone else, or how does that happen?
So even today, we still get calls from homeowners that don't know us, but they've seen our signs, they've seen our advertising, they want to work with us, and they hire us, and they're interviewing multiple agents.
Okay.
That's normal. So again, our job still doesn't change. I got to show them what the value of the property is by educating them, by showing them the numbers. If they're stuck on a price, I want to discover what's important to them about the sale of the home. Why are they selling, first of all? Okay, and that's the key. If I don't know what's their motivation, it's pointless because we might bump heads, and I avoid that.
Okay.
I try to discover what's important to them, and I try to give them value where it makes sense for them.
So that's the key, though, right? Is figuring out, I guess, their situation or
Yeah.
what's important, and then
Yeah, are they motivated or are they just testing the market?
gotcha. So how do you know the difference between a motivated seller and someone who's just testing the market?
Well, they'll tell you when I ask them what's important about the sell this home to you. Tell me more. Like, we're downsizing, the kids have grown up, or I want to move closer to my daughter. Tell me more about that. Why is that important to you? Because I'm trying to connect with them. See, the difference is I'm not here just for the sale. I'm trying to connect with you because this one transaction might turn into 10 transactions for me throughout the years by building a relationship with you. So I'm not there just for that listing. You follow?
Gotcha. That's
why
fire right
I
there.
ask critical questions to discover what's important to them because at the end of the day, that's going to be important for our team.
There you go. Then put them in the database, and
Yeah.
you just
They'll do our thing.
There you go. That's cool. Okay. Now, this is something we were talking about earlier. Can a seller reject an offer over asking price? Like if I came in, I want that house, I'll pay $100K over asking price.
Seller could reject any offer.
Okay.
They're the final decision maker. Doesn't mean that you advertise X price that it's mandatory for you to sell it. I could get an offer $200,000 over asking price, and the seller just had a change of heart. Life circumstances change. He no longer needs to sell. It is what it is.
Now, can they choose a different, a different offer, even though the other offer is higher?
Sure.
So it doesn't have.
It's not always about price.
Okay, so that's what I'm getting at. So it's not about the price.
The
it's
terms
about,
count.
So whatever the seller and yourself, whatever you guys as a team come up with, which would be the best. That's how it's.
Yeah. I've had cases where we've accepted an offer lower than the highest because I knew that agent.
Gotcha.
And I knew the agent that wrote the highest offer is going to play games with us in escrow. So I educate my client. I'm like, hey, from experience, I've dealt with this agent. We're going to go into escrow. Guess what? They're going to try to knock down the price. Let's avoid the headache. This agent has a solid reputation.
Because at that moment, you're the professional. That's why they hired you, and they want your expertise.
They want our advice. And they make the final decision based on all the information we present to them. But again, they're the final decision makers.
So at any point in your career, did you have to do the whole family letter writing? The offer,
We used to.
offers?
Nowadays,
They stopped it, didn't they?
Yeah,
It
we're
was
not
like
allowed
against-
to.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So we can't
Man.
discriminate people again that don't have families. So
Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah. People are like sending pictures of their babies and stuff. Like the picture that they should have took down at their house from decluttering, huh? So okay, so right now we're back to seeing a lot of multiple offers.
Exactly.
So what does an attractive offer look like? And let's base it off of one of your
Okay,
listings.
so let's
your last
say my
one.
listing, or if I'm representing the
Just
buyer.
representing the buyer.
Okay, let's say I'm representing a buyer. So naturally, the price is a factor.
Okay.
If they're listed at 1.2, comps are at 1.3, then it doesn't make sense for my client to write an offer at 1.2.
Okay.
Okay.
price.
So I present the comps to my buyer. So like, hey, this is what I think it's worth, and here's what my opinion is, what we should offer. Right. So the price. To the terms. Are we doing a shorter escrow? Are we doing a full 35-day escrow, or can we do a 21-day escrow? The contingencies. Can we remove loan contingency? Does the loan officer feel confident in your file that they give us a green light to remove loan contingency?
Gotcha.
Can we remove appraisal? Can we shorten our inspection period? So all of that matters.
Okay, so there it is. So again, it also depends on what you can do as a buyer in order to get that actual house. Okay. Now, have you ever seen anything ever backfire, I would say, as far as removing, like when you're the,
So if I'm representing the buyer, I will never remove contingencies until my clients feel comfortable. That's number one. And number two, until the loan officer gives me the green light in writing.
Gotcha.
Okay. The loan officer, Mike, I feel comfortable removing the loan contingency. Their file is solid. Okay. Send that to me in writing. Buyer sees it, they're comfortable, loan officer's comfortable, I'm good. Price, I do my numbers. I run the comps. I have a lot of relationship with good appraisers in there. If I need to, I'll call an appraiser. But hey, here's what I'm thinking about the value of this home. What's your 2 cents on it? They'll tell me. So if I need to remove appraisal contingency, because that's what we did the last few years, we had to, right? I would tell my clients, here's what I think it's worth. Here's what I believe it's going to get appraised. Just in case if it doesn't get appraised, are you comfortable coming out of pocket X amount of dollars? They say yes, go ahead and remove appraisal contingency. They say no, we're not removing it.
So you're always going to do what's best for your client.
Absolutely.
I think that's the goal, right?
All day long, no question.
Okay. All right. So then we got that. We did the one thing before everybody sells. Homeowner. Oh. Okay. How hard is it? Hold on, let me reframe this question real quick. How hard is it for a homeowner to sell their properties on their own? In today's market, I mean,
anyone can sell a property. For sale by owner can sell the property, but again, at the end of the day, could you get the most amount of money for the sale of your home? That's the key. You could sell your house on your own right now. You think your home is worth X amount of dollars? Are you going to get that, or maybe I could get you more? Because at the end of the day, if you want to sell yourself, let's be real, you just want to save the commission.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It.
Most of the time, because we think, I guess it's coming out of our pocket, but
okay.
I don't want to.
So if I could help you and show you that I could sell your property higher than what you can by X percentage, doesn't that make more sense for you?
That makes more sense. Plus, I wouldn't have to do anything. You would do it.
You know, I ask my clients, what do you do for a living? I'm an attorney. So you're an attorney. You're telling me you're going to try to sell your house at the same time while you're dealing with clients in court? You're not going to have time.
So it goes back into being the knowledgeable,
being the
broker,
professional,
the agent, the professional.
Yeah.
That's fire. Okay. So yeah, okay. So if you want to try to sell it, go ahead and try to sell it. But most of the time I see it, I don't even see them ever selling it, dude. Yeah. Like
a lot of them at the end of the day, they end up listing with an agent.
Yeah, because I had an agent. It was a hack. He'd be like, he would door knock and stuff like that and eventually get him. But he'd be like, I'm going to bring you a buyer. Mm-hmm. Just let me list it. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you never really list. Well, he's not listing it. He just put it on the MLS. But I guess it's a way to, I guess, connect with that or get them.
Once the homeowner sees the plan of action we do to sell a property, because it's not just taking a photo and putting it on the MLS. That's basic, okay? But when they see all the action steps we take, they're like, wow, there's no way I'm going to do this by myself.
Which is the four phases.
That's the 4 phases was just one of them. Yeah. We have a ton of other activities that we do.
That's cool. Okay. All right. So let's jump into a little bit of personal stuff. We kind of asked them. So you're married?
Kids? I am married. 14 years. This August will be 14 years. 2 kids, 6 and 8.
Dang. So August, and then it's her birthday. So you have to do like double gifts or what? Dang. Yeah. See that?
August is an expensive month.
Okay. How old are the kids?
So Alex is 8 and Bella, she's 6.
So 6 years old. What is it? Like first grade and like
she actually is going to first grade. Yes.
First grade.
Yeah.
And then Alex is
going third grade.
Third grade.
Third grade. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at this stuff. My kids are around the same age. That's why. Okay. How hard is it to do what you do, knowing that they're there, waiting for you to come back home, but they also need you to provide? Yeah. So how hard is that whole mindset as a man, as the leader of the family and stuff? How is
I think every father has that struggle. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Trying to keep that balance of, family time, business, providing for your clients, bringing in the money to provide for your family. Yeah. So it's a constant struggle. I do my best. I know I'm not perfect, but I try to do my best. I try to spend like tomorrow, Saturday, I promised my kids we're going to have daddy day. All day I'm going to be with them. I'm turning off my phone. Just going to spend time with my kids tomorrow.
There you go. So don't bug them. Don't bug them tomorrow, you guys.
Yeah, I didn't do that in the beginning, though. I was more like, I'll leave the house at 6:37, get home around 7 o'clock, and they would go to bed around 8:30 when they were young, right? So I only had an hour and a half of time with them. So if you add that up during the week, you're like, damn, I missed out so much. But at the same time, I'm like, this was my role as a father to make sure they have a better life than I did growing up.
Yeah.
So that's my responsibility. So
like you said, I think it's tough for every father or every provider of their family, however you see it. But
Even for moms, you know, if you're a single mom, it's tough. You got to provide for the family and work. So it's a struggle. But you just got to try to find that balance.
And that's what it is. It's just, you just do it.
You just got to do it.
It's either you hang out at home all day and then you feel like you're not doing anything, and then
don't wonder 20 years from now why your kids are where they're at.
Yeah, see, that's the part. It's like, am I supposed to go out and grind and miss these opportunities, or hang out, and then when they're older, we're really going to face the problems from me not grinding now. So
By not grinding, one, but also not being present too.
not present.
So again,
Yeah,
it's
that's true. So
it's that
it's like-
battle.
So
You know?
find the balance the
the
best
balance.
you can. There's no right
There's
or
no
wrong
right
answer.
or wrong. Just find. No one gave you a book when you became a parent. Here you go. No, you just got to find your own way.
And be self-aware though, like you are
Yeah,
now. At least know that. Oh shit, you know, like okay,
Yeah.
I didn't really spend that much time. So what can I do now?
What can
Maybe
I do
for the
now?
next 20 minutes. Yeah. So the way my schedule is kind of crazy. By the time I get home and stuff like that, before I always call it my second shift.
Mm-hmm.
Sam does it. Josiah does it. Once we're done here, we end up having to do stuff towards the end. But in between that, my little ones want to play. And I'm like, okay, if I can give them a little bit of time now, they're not going to require so much. Before, I'd be like, oh, I can't, I have to do all this. There's
Okay.
no way I can bounce back. But now I'm like, if I only give her like 20, 30 minutes maybe, she's done. She leaves me like that. I'm done
They just
with
want
you.
that attention. So my daughter, when she was like 3, 2, 3, I'll say 3, she would say, "Daddy, let's draw." So I would get home from work. I'm exhausted. I would draw like a little, like 5 minutes. And I'm like, I'm done, right?
Yeah.
That was being a poor father.
Yeah.
And I admit that. Now she hasn't asked me to draw with her for 2 years. So I'm like, she's not asking me anymore. So now she's asking me, "Dad, let's play hide and seek." I'm in. Every time she says let's play hide and seek, I'm in, because I recall now she doesn't ask me to draw. I'm like, I know in the next year she's not going to tell me, "Dad, let's play hide and seek." So I'm trying to enjoy every minute right now.
So that she doesn't stop asking you. Cause
Even if she does stop asking me, I enjoy that time.
yeah.
I don't regret that I missed out.
So that's
You follow?
good. That's cool. So continue. Yeah. Whenever she asks, you continue
do
going
it.
with the next one, because that's cool. And the same thing with Rome. Again, it's a good 20 minutes, and that's all they really require. It's us that feel like, oh, it's so much. Dude, I tell myself, sit down and pretend you're Bowser from Mario for 10, 15 minutes. That's what we do. Running.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the easiest thing of your day, and I'm acting like it's the hardest. It's like, oh.
It's
but
not the
then-
child's fault.
No.
They don't know that you've had a bad day.
Yeah. Oh,
You
daddy
know?
has to work. I'm like, yeah, not right now. Let's go play.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly.
adjust to, if you, the first thing is become self-aware. Like if you know, like, oh, I need to improve, just start improving little by little, right?
And also work on their mindset. Do you work on your kids' mindset?
Yeah, she knows work when I have to leave. We call it work. She knows studio. She
Okay.
knows Sam. So she knows, like, oh, mommy's working out when I get home from the gym. Oh, mommy's working out. And then
Nice.
sometimes she'll be by us, like,
Nice.
just bending over, touching her, like that. So it's like the littlest things like that is going to help her know that when it's time to go and provide, it's time to go and provide.
Absolutely.
They're not going to, they'll miss me, but they're not going to be like,
They understand.
you got to hurry up. And no.
Do you ever bring him to work?
Yeah.
That's good, because
Remember
once
that
they
day I
see,
brought- I brought the kids to
when
the
they see
office.
your environment too, they'll understand. Hey, when I say Daddy's at the office, they've been to my office multiple times, so they know where it's at, and they visualize. Okay, Daddy's got to work. He's busy. You know, I even taken my son to showings before with me.
That's pretty
You know,
cool.
so that's fun.
Well, see, that's good though, because that, again, it's the mindset. You're introducing them into the world, because it was different when I was younger.
You know,
I know nothing against my pops and stuff like that, but that's what we didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Like my introduction to work with him was fold the damn pads, because he's a truck driver. He never got paid for it. You just had to do it. That was it. So yeah,
bless our parents, they just didn't know better, because they were taught. Again, my opinion, but the life evolves, right?
yes.
So what they were taught is different today for us.
Yeah,
Okay, we take the lessons we learn from our parents, and then we add new lessons and combine it together for our kids. So, for example, I work with my kids on their subconscious mind.
okay.
So what I mean by that is, at a young age, when Bella was 4 and Alex was 6, I started this activity where I'll do affirmations with them. I'll be, guys, repeat after me. Even though I know they don't understand it at this moment, but as they grow, they do. They connect the dots.
Okay.
So if I ask them, what's your affirmation? They'll say, I believe in myself. I never give up. I never quit. I finish what I start. I am strong. Like, it puts it that in their mindset. So as they grow, when the hard times will happen, they're mentally ready for it.
Yeah, it's like you're already getting them to believe. Because that has been the hardest part. Most people I see, still some of these friends, my own family, it's the believing in yourself, that you're worth more than what you currently have right now.
Absolutely.
Because my wife said it best. If someone asked any of them, because, people, oh, it's not about money, my life's okay. If someone asks you right now, hey, I'm going to give you a promotion, $100K extra on your salary, you're going to take it? They'll all take it. But the missing part is most people don't want to work that part. So
I'll give you a perfect example, right? So our kids, I'm sure your kids are the same. They have more toys than you and I ever had growing up, right? And every time we go to store, they want a toy, you give it to them. You don't buy grandma, grandpa.
Yeah, now
they're spoiled, right? So my wife and I, we started a star system at our house where you got to earn 25 stars to get a toy. And we told the grandparents, no toys until the kids earn that 25 stars. So we're also teaching them to have work ethic, right? So I'll never forget this. This is about like 8 months, a year ago. My son was at 23 stars, and he wanted a specific Lego. So I ordered it on Amazon. It came like a day early, and when they see the Amazon box, they get excited. They know, right? So he goes, Daddy, give it to me. I open it up, it's a Lego. And he goes, Daddy, give it to me. I'm like, Alex, you have two choices. Either A, you could earn it. You have what, 22, 23 stars? You're a few stars away. Or you could quit, and I'll give you the Lego right now. Guess what he does? He goes, I quit. And he grabs
I would have did the same thing.
He grabs Lego, he runs upstairs. I'm like, damn, he didn't get it. So I go up to his room. I'm like, Alex, I repeat myself. He goes, I quit. I'm like, all right, here's your Lego. I walk downstairs, all disappointed. I'm not even exaggerating. Like 20 seconds later, Daddy, could you come to my room? So I go upstairs. He hands me the Lego. He goes, I want to earn it. Dude, I had like tears in my eyes. I'm like, this kid got it.
And do you think it was because you went up there and had that one last, like...
No, because I feel like throughout the years, like when we're doing these affirmations, you don't quit.
It started kind of coming in,
you
like...
know what I mean? So I explained to him. Obviously, I had to explain it to him because, he had to understand that.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I want to earn it.
Yeah. So that's
good.
I
was as proud as that at that moment,
There you go.
Yeah.
So, and it goes back... I learned this at WorldCon. One of the guys was talking about everybody around you is watching you. We think, oh, it's just the people around us, our crew or our team. No, it starts from the household. So the kids, your wife. So whatever we're doing right now, if they're watching and it's bad, then we got to fix it. So going forward, and I mean, just in your life, how important is it, to live or to lead the best life you can because of them watching it? You're already bringing it in subconsciously, but are you leading that example? How important?
See, that's a tough one because it's hard to lead by example every single day. I'm human, man. I have days where I'm just frustrated, and they'll sense I'm frustrated. You know what I mean? The key is try to change your behavior, and sometimes I do it on the spot. Sometimes I just need a few minutes, right? That's just being human, but as much as we can, we have to lead by example, and especially for our kids. I'm teaching them ABC. If they see me doing the following, they'll do it too.
Yes.
But we got to lead by example. Absolutely.
But so I like that. Like you said it, we're all going to, day by day, it might not be all the time.
Yeah, if someone tells you every day they're on it, they're full of it.
Yeah, because life hits you, stress, everything. Yeah. But as long as you're self-aware and you just pick yourself back up and say, okay.
But every night, tell them. Every night I go to my kid's room, I give him a kiss, I tell him I'm proud of him, I love him, every single night.
There you go.
Every single night.
That's important, right?
It's very important because, our generation's a little different.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Yeah, my dad...
my dad told me I love you, son, when I was 30, bro.
I didn't start hugging my mom up until like the past maybe 7 to 8 years. Hugging my parents, we didn't hug. I couldn't even tell you the last time I hugged my family, my brother or sister.
I love my parents, and I'm telling you, my dad, I was like 31. He goes, I'm proud of you, son. gave me hugs, so I love you.
You're like,
Damn,
yeah, hold up. Say that one more time. Say that one.
right?
Bring the phone down.
Yeah,
Say that
it's
one more
different,
time.
you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're married. You said how many years?
14 years.
14 years in August?
August, yeah.
Okay. When was the last time you guys went on a date and where?
You just caught me there. It's been a while. It's
been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while because we're busy with, kids. And we work together too. So we're almost every day we see each other, from home to the office. But it's important to spend time, and I dropped the ball on that one. So.
And that's all good because, again, that you said, well, we do the family. She works with you. But
we hang out a lot with the kids.
Yeah, you guys all go out and stuff
we
like
go
that.
out to the beach. We do our thing, go to the restaurant, indoor playground. The kids love the indoor playground. So we do a lot of that as a family, but one-on-one time with the wife is important too, and it's been a while.
Have you ever been on a vacation with just her?
Dude, no. Since we had kids, it's always been with the kids because we're very, family oriented. Like last December, we went to a cruise, Caribbean cruise, 7-day cruise,
The whole fam comes?
The whole family with the kids. But her and I together. Actually, no, we did Vegas with our friends.
Okay.
Vegas.
Did it feel like adults or was it more like?
No, it was adults.
Okay, okay.
Adults. No one brought their kids, so it was a good time.
Okay.
It was a good time. But that's been a while though.
Is it hard to let loose when you're always with your family? Because it is for me. I can go out with my wife, man, and we went to Vegas. It was like 8:30. We're back in there. I was like, I don't want to do anything because it's Thursday and we're trained to. I don't know. Yeah,
it's different. With the kids, you always, like you said, you want to lead by example. You can't be drunk in Vegas with your kids, right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
But when your kids are not there, you can loosen up a little. Don't just have fun.
Yeah, I got to learn that because I feel like they're still there even when they're not. I'm like,
but it's important that that's a good call.
Yeah, you got to take her out.
I got to take her out
because we see it from the guys that are back here. We see it other people. They talk about date night. It's always like on a Wednesday. I don't know. Why do you like date night Wednesday, maybe the middle of the week? But I'm like, dude, if anything, a Friday or Saturday, I'm trying to get turned up or something. Not like where I have to go back on a Thursday.
The next day of school day, you're tired.
I know, huh? So that's what I kind of see that part. So moving forward, I want to implement a date night.
Okay.
But I don't see it being realistic.
How often could you realistically do it, though?
I think once a month.
Okay, see, I got to do that too. I think once a month is perfect.
Because my wife works with me too. Yeah. It's not like, we're not spending certain time together, but it doesn't mean we're not watching TV together.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
not talking at home when the kids are away from us.
True.
We still have all that time.
Same.
We're just not experiencing something new. But I think once a month I can hold myself to that.
Yeah, we do that till we watch a movie, we'll swim in the pool.
When was the last time you went to a movie theater?
About 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, hey, man. I think mine was before COVID.
We used to watch horror movies all the time. Me and her loved going to the movie theaters to watch horror movies. It was our thing.
Okay.
Now we watch it at home now.
Real quick, all-time favorite, I guess, horror movie.
Paranormal Activity. That was awesome.
It's because that's just like
that
real, huh?
scared the shit out of us.
It's because it's like almost really like. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? All right. Okay, so we got a little bit of that. You have, hold on real quick here. We're almost done.
Is it good?
Yeah, everything's good, huh? Right? Okay. Who cooks at the house?
My wife cooks, but on the weekends, I cook. I love to do barbecue. She still cooks most of the time, but I love barbecuing. If I was not a realtor, I would love to have been a chef.
Yeah?
People don't know this, but I love to cook. Like, I watch TikTok movies, videos, and then I'm like, let me try this, and I'll make it.
You actually try them out and everything?
Yeah,
Next time, you're going to have to do some videos so we can see it. Dang,
I love the barbecue. I love it. Armenian barbecue, making steak, burgers, the whole 9 yards. And I try it. Like, this weekend, I want to make, lobster.
Okay.
Lobster sandwich. I've never done it, so I'm gonna try. I watched a video on TikTok yesterday. I'm like, I'm gonna try this weekend.
I'm over here again. Like
I'll send you some
bologna
photos.
sandwiches, bologna and turkey sandwiches, lobster. Raise your standards, guys. Raise your standards. Raise them.
That's hilarious, dude.
Spam sandwiches and stuff out of a can. Yo. Okay, so she does some cooking
She's
and
a
stuff
great
like that.
cook. She's a fantastic cook.
What
And
is
she enjoys it too.
What's one of the best meals that your best meal from her that she makes?
Dude, she makes so many delicious meals, like I can't even name one. I'll be honest.
What's a
She's a
common
great
one?
cook.
It's like us. Common for us
She
would be
she makes a lot of fish, salmon,
Okay.
and rice. She makes chicken, and she has her own dishes. There's one salad particular she makes is like chicken, corn, olives, pickles, and other things. Other ingredients she adds is so delicious. She's a great cook.
Leave a comment if you want to place an order. Yeah, we'll
get
have
the
the menu
recipe.
there. Um, for us, I would say, we don't. I don't ever cook.
She's
actually.
gonna make traditional Armenian dishes that my parents will make and my mom makes.
Do you guys eat a lot of Armenian food throughout the week, or is it a mixture?
Mixture. It's a
Yeah.
mixture. Yeah, it's a mixture.
What's something that your kids absolutely won't eat?
Won't eat eggplants.
Eggplants.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Dang, I would have never even said eggplants. I would have been like maybe like a chicken.
No, there's a dish with eggplants. They hate it.
Do they eat their vegetables and all that stuff? Or?
Yeah, they're not
pretty
bad.
good
They're
kids,
not
huh?
bad. My
kids are
daughter
bad
needs
as
some
hell.
work on
My
it. My
kids
daughter
are-
needs some work on it, but
My daughter comes, she knows where all the cookies, all the snacks are. I'm like, come on, dude. And she'll go, Daddy's mean. I'm
no,
like,
our
"Don't
kids
do
eat
that."
snacks all the time too.
Don't do that. But eggplant, all right, I'm gonna have to try that. I've never eaten eggplant.
I know.
I've only seen the emoji. Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing I ever see is the emoji eggplant.
That's funny.
Not
You
to
can grill it. It's pretty good if you grill it.
My neighbor, they were Vietnamese.
Okay.
I want to say, I'm almost positive, but the reason why I knew this because she always had, but it was always dishes. But they always made dish with eggplant, and then that's how it was introduced from like I don't know what kind of meat it was, like sausage and like zucchini. Oh, the best fucking thing ever. But they had their own garden. That's what they would. I'd never ate the eggplant though. It's purple and it's just. I'm gonna choose the carne asada always before I'm eating eggplant, dude.
That's funny.
Or burrito, huh? Yeah. Okay. So one thing my kids don't eat are carrots and peas.
My daughter loves carrots.
Yeah.
Peas, both of them don't eat
Yeah, they
peas.
don't-
They don't touch the peas.
They don't like. It's probably again. I
And
don't
broccoli.
eat like that.
And broccoli.
Broccoli stinks after a while.
Yeah,
Doesn't know when you
broccoli.
steam it, dude. Like broccoli and eggs can stink up the house pretty quick. So don't do that in an office, and don't heat up fish at an office. It's like
Oh,
don't
yeah,
ever,
that's true.
don't do that.
That's
Don't do
true.
that. Nobody eats fish. Well, I've never had that at our office yet.
Yeah,
Nobody warmed up fish.
I don't like fish the next day.
See, that's what I'm saying.
like when it's
Raise your
fresh.
standards.
I like
'cause-
when it's fresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up those people from my old job and be like, dude, you were never supposed to do that. Raise your standards. That's gonna be our new tagline. Raise your stand. Pull your pants up. Raise your standards. Okay. All right. So we talked a little bit about you and your wife, the kids. Kids do any type of activities
Yes.
other than
So we try to keep them as busy as possible. So my son does karate twice a week.
Okay.
He does swimming lessons on the weekend and Armenian class.
Okay.
So my daughter does dance, swimming, and that's it. And Armenian class.
What's our Armenian class?
So they go to school. It's on Saturdays.
Okay.
For about an hour and a half, and they're learning how to read and write in Armenian.
So, in the Hispanic culture, I can't really speak on too much because I don't know Spanish.
speak
But
Spanish.
Sam, yeah, I don't speak for you guys. No, I speak for the coconuts, brown on the outside, white on the inside. And there's a lot of them out here, like us. There's a lot of us out here, dude.
You're the first one I met. Doesn't
Yeah,
speak
dude, I'm
Spanish.
telling you, man. But growing up, the kids learn at a young age. Like my wife learned Spanish before anything. It was just, I guess, you too, Sam?
Spanish at home, school, English.
Good, because we're gonna learn English regardless. We live in America, right? But you also want them to know where they came from and understand things. So
So with you,
important.
so in your household, did you speak to the kids in Armenian or
Both.
Okay,
I'll be
it's a little bit
honest,
both,
it's both.
and then the
We're-
schools to help them even more, just so they stay
Correct.
Okay,
So English came easier for my son than Armenian. So we just started speaking to him in English, but now he's getting a lot better in Armenian. My daughter fluent in both, but we speak both, and we try as much as possible to speak Armenian at home, and then when we're outside, English.
but that's good though because it's like just in case that class is there to do its job and to teach them and make sure that they're constantly doing it. John told me he went to an Armenian high school. which I didn't even
He
know
went to
that.
private school. I think it was an Armenian
Okay, because
private
he
school.
told me,
yeah.
I was like, dang, man, so what did they learn? He's like, everything. I was like, okay. I was like, but he said it was different.
Yep.
Is that something you would ever put your kids in, or is that something?
Like in an Armenian private
Yeah,
school.
private school.
There's nothing wrong with being in an Armenian private school because you're not just exposed to Armenian. They're teaching you science, math, English, everything. So it's just like a regular school, you know?
They just introduce again. It's similar. My nephew he's in a Christian school for football, but all they do is put that little segment into the normal
Exactly.
criteria and stuff like that.
The curriculum they have, they just got to follow it, you know? Same thing with the Armenian private schools. Our kids go to public school, so, you know, they go to Elora Elementary School. It's 9 out of 10. It's a fantastic elementary school, so they're exposed to everything.
That's good, man. That's good. I like that because again, you don't. Just in case you have the classes on Saturday, not only that, you have the swimming, you have all these
they
other
have
activities.
Activities just to keep them busy.
What was the reason behind that?
Well, okay, think about it. If they're not busy, what are they going to do? They're going to be
Home
on
on their
TV, on their
iPad.
iPads. Nowadays, kids don't even play outside, right? Well, our kids, luckily, they play in the backyard a lot, but most kids, they're stuck in that iPad or the TV. So we're trying to keep them busy, to develop them in the right way, right? But at the same time, for them to have confidence. Like my son, once he started karate, his confidence level went through the roof.
Just like the littlest things, and
You know?
it helps
And
them.
swimming lessons, that's
good.
important.
Yeah, that's good. Sam has his. So I like the fact that you do put the kids into activities because that is a great way for the generation for kids to see what they like in life and what they don't like, to already introduce interests and hobbies at a young age.
Yep.
Man, I did karate. It was fun. But I know people who don't do anything. And most of the times because the parents are like, oh, I just don't want to take them there. And they blame it on the facility. Oh, well, they'll get sick. They'll get this. I'm like, yo, like
They're sharp at this age. You got to keep them busy.
and they want to
They're
go,
smart.
man.
They have
Like,
so much energy. You got to keep them busy.
even little chubby kids, they want to go, man. Like everybody at that age wants to get out.
Doesn't it hurt you when you see a 9-year-old all chubby?
Yeah. I don't want to give
sad.
hugs. I do.
You know?
But it's usually because, again, it goes back to the whole
parenting.
the eating habit of parent. But then sometimes the parents are like pretty good. I'm like, damn, dude, you care about yourself, but not the household.
That's tough.
Yeah, and it goes back to eventually we all figure it out. But when do you
At
figure
what
it
cost,
out?
though?
Yeah. Is the kid's already 20 to 30 years old
Yeah.
where you can't repair the relationship? Or, again, health problems, your own self, 50-year-olds trying to regroup, which is nothing wrong. At any age, I think you should, if you can figure it out by then, do it. But
Exactly.
if you can figure it out sooner, and if you can get your kids to figure it out sooner, then you're just stacking up. Yeah, we're making this world a better
We're
place.
changing. See, remember I said earlier, generation to generation change? Same thing right now. Our kids have to be better than us.
Yeah,
If they are not, we failed.
and we failed, yeah.
So it's our responsibility to make sure they are better than us. And I think we're doing that.
Yeah, I got to make sure with my oldest because that one's tough, man. Like that separation of when the kids. So that's one thing I talk about. I don't ever wish that part on anybody. The feeling of being okay that your kids aren't sleeping there. The feeling of not worrying anymore if he's okay. Now we say, oh, all right, we'll do with the mom and stuff like that. But you don't know what's going on, especially at that age, because then later on in life, he says, oh, actually, that time was actually pretty bad. I just didn't want to say nothing. So again, nip it in the bud now, introduce all of the stuff at a young age, whether it's the classes, keeping them busy, but also lead by example. And when we do get off track, like we have to remind ourselves and get ourselves. This lifestyle isn't for everybody. We've got nobody checking us.
That's not.
Maybe our wives, like, I gotta lie, my wife does check me, like yours probably too. So that's a good thing. But the single guys, you got nobody checking
That's
you.
funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, so let me do a couple more, and then we're gonna finish up. Okay, what keeps you motivated throughout the day? Well, what is a morning routine, or how do you start your day? What does a Mike Babakhanyan morning look like?
Okay, so what keeps me motivated? I think we've been discussing this whole topic about family and kids. So I think it's very natural for me to say my kids are my motivation. Okay, I want to be the best person I can for them. Lead by example. So, like I said, that's my motivation. It's my family. my family. Morning routine, wake up in the morning, have my coffee. I love to, read in the mornings.
Okay.
It motivates me. Sometimes I exercise. I'm not consistent at it, but I want to be more consistent. So I think that's one of the things I got to change. Affirmations.
Okay.
A couple of affirmations. Try to meditate if I can. And then grab my coffee and hit the road.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, when you're in the car from your house to the office, what goes on in that car?
Either it's music or, YouTube. I'll put a channel and just listen to music, or sometimes just silence.
Okay.
Depends on my mood.
Gotcha. Okay, what music is Mike listening to? What was the last song that remember in your mind? You're like, it doesn't matter what.
A variety. I'm not picky. I like 80s. I like country.
I want to hear a song because right now, if I turn on
Armenian music, it
maybe
depends.
like something will pop up like, hey, Taylor Swift.
Lounge music. It all varies.
As long as there's no Taylor Swift, okay.
No, I have.
Only when
variety.
the kids are in the car, that's okay.
Variety.
Yeah.
My kids were
Grown-ass men, I don't want to hear none. This is gonna be real too. And that's my brother. My brother tries to blame it on his wife. Oh yeah, I don't have to. I listen to it because of them. They're all playing in the back, and he's the only one switching the song that he likes. I'm like, come on, bro. They're not even paying attention. So.
We're going through a phase where the kids are obsessed with Michael Jackson right now.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
yeah, my daughter's like, put black and white,
Ah, I remember
Smooth
that.
Criminal. So it's funny. I'm like, did you know these songs?
Hey, those are like some historic songs that will forever be remembered, especially the what's it called? The funnier version. It starts with a P. What's the right word? I'm fat. Yeah, the parody version. He goes, I'm fat. He's like a fat guy. You know it. Weird Al Yankovic. Oh man, whatever happened to that guy? You know who
Still
he is,
around, right?
He's still around, right?
Yeah,
He got big off of making parody of the song.
What was that one famous song that he copied on? What was it?
He did. It was the
What was
Billie
it?
Jean Michael Jackson.
No, it wasn't that. And the artist recently passed away. Weird Al, right? We're talking about.
Yeah, he had that big old curly hair and.
Oh, who's that artist?
No, we're gonna look up because dang, now he passed away.
As I walked through the.
Oh yeah, LL Cool J.
No.
I'm not LL Cool. Wrong guy.
No.
Not
It wasn't LL Cool J.
The dude with the little.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, why would I say LL Cool J? I'm way off.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's the dude. Man, walk through the.
Let's Google it, guys.
No. Coolio, man. Hey, that's close enough.
That was his famous song, right? And then Weird Al. Yeah, I remember that.
So I'd actually want to see Coolio fight LL Cool J.
Yo, Coolio's.
I know. I played back. Shit. Never mind. Damn it. I actually seen LL Cool J. He just performed one of his old ass songs. That dude's still performing his old stuff. See, that's what happens. Hey, if you're still reposting your old content, just make new content, you guys. Make new content and then repost your old content.
True.
Don't try to live in the past going forward. All right, so that's about it. I think we kind of hit a little bit of everything.
I appreciate this. This was fun.
So one message to an upcoming agent. What's one thing? And it's not about like the home sale. What's one thing that can change their life? One little piece of.
One of my mentors told me years ago, and I'll never forget this: let your fate be bigger than your fears. So we're gonna have days when, as a new licensee, especially, you're gonna be fearful. Just do it. Let your fate be bigger than your fear.
Just keep doing it because
Just do it. You'll get better day by day.
10 years later, 15 years later,
It adds up.
you'll still be doing it. And yeah. So, all right, you guys, like, comment, subscribe if you found any value in today's video. And then, Mike, where can they find you at online?
Instagram. Shit, I don't even know.
I was going to say, hold on.
Yeah, hold on, guys.
Is it Mike Babakhanyan
it's
or is
Mike
I think there's an
Babakhanyan.
underscore?
I know. I think it's Mike underscore, right? Yeah. So where can they, let's do that part.
All right. So, Mike, where can they find you on social media, on Instagram, follow you, and connect with you?
So on Instagram, Mike underscore Babakhanyan, my last name. I'm sure you guys will put it up in the video. Same thing on Facebook, Mike Babakhanyan, and our business page, Martin Mike Properties.
Okay. And we'll link it all right here in the descriptions. And
Follow us for a lot of good content. We're shooting a lot of good stuff, right?
yeah, absolutely. And so, real quick, for those that are looking to buy or sell, what market do you handle?
So my office is in Glendale. Naturally, we cover the Glendale, Burbank, Salentanga, Lockerson area, but we do a ton of activity in the San Fernando Valley.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
you guys
a
are
lot
pretty
of
big out
activity.
there.
Yeah.
So if you are moving or
Yeah.
you need any situation or any help in that
A
area,
good 20-mile radius from Glendale, put it that way.
yep. And if you have any questions, make sure you send them a
Yeah,
DM.
it's not about
because-
buying or selling. Just let us be a resource. That's
you
how I
go.
see it. Let me be a resource.
All right, you guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
guys.